Get this state softball participants school meeting underway. My name is Lisa Quedno, and I am the director at the Minnesota State High School League who runs girls softball. Thank you all for taking the time to be with us today. We will be sharing information that will prepare you for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this state tournament week next week, as well as at the end of this meeting, we will be sharing the seeds. So thank you for coaches who were able to get everything in. It really made our process smooth today, and we are excited to share. We have some representatives from the league on today. Tim Layton, I believe, is here, and we'll be sharing some media information. Dawn Ingebrigtsen is here from the Coaches Association, should we have any questions. And we will share some information about the softball celebration that has changed from a banquet to a celebration. Also some information for you as you navigate and some good places to look for that. This is, can you guys hear me? Okay, just double checking. Just making sure that we give you some resources. This is being recorded. It will be posted to your coach and AD dashboard after this meeting so that you can go back and look should you have any questions. Another really valuable tool on your coach or AD dashboard is a participating schools guide. And that has information for you as coaches about things we shared today. I'm going to go rather quickly in respect of your time. And there is some really good information should you have more questions on that participating schools guide on your dashboard. So we will start off with the next slide. And first of all, just saying congratulations to each and every one of your teams for qualifying for the 2024 state tournament. We are going to share some website resources again, as well as information about ticketing, schedule, and then we will share some participating school information. Again, as I talked about before, you can go to the next one if you want. Your information will be on your coach and AD dashboard. You would go underneath this #1 blue box and select sport and activity. You would then select girls softball, and it would come up with a list where you can see that black arrow underneath state tournament resources. There's a list of information in there for you. And that will be able to guide you as you navigate preparing for your state tournament experience. There is an informational flyer about the softball celebration that we'll be having on Wednesday night that has taken the place of the state tournament banquet. So you can share that with your families and your communities, and we hope that they can come and celebrate you participating in the state tournament. Also on our website is some really fantastic spectator information. As you work with your communities and families as they prepare to come to Mankato for a state tournament, this is a really good link. It is on our main page under softball and under state tournament information. This is where you'll find the brackets after we release them. This is where you'll find information about ticketing, remembering that our ticketing is all online, as well as the schedule, apparel link, streaming link, and other information. And then our souvenir program, which we don't print programs anymore, but you are welcome to go to this site and print them for yourselves or your teams as you're able to. A reminder, as I mentioned before, ticketing is done all online. If you go to our main page, there is a ticketing button at the very top. Remind your families that ticketing is $13 for adults and $8 for students. This could be an in and out pass. And if you would like to come back in, you will just get a wristband each day for re-entrance. This is a daily ticket price. Reminding your families and spectators that they will need to either have a printed ticket, show proof of the ticket on their smartphone, or save it into their Apple or Google Wallet. Streaming. For those fans who cannot attend in Mankato, there is a streaming option. This streaming option is NSPN TV, which has been our partner for many years. And you will be able to subscribe with a $10 a month subscription or a $30 a year subscription. And this will cover all quarterfinals, semifinal, finals, consolation games. And again, merchandise will be sold. They will be there bright and early Wednesday morning for you to get any team merchandise that you're interested in. They will have these specific state tournament shirts and sweatshirts. They will also have general state tournament merchandise for your student athletes and fans to purchase as they would like to. If there is, for some reason, you are unable to purchase there, you can purchase online as well. At this time, I'm going to turn it to Tim Layton, who will share some media information with you.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate the handoff there. Congratulations to all of you. If you're still playing softball in the month of June, that means you've had a terrific season. And can't wait to see you and greet you in what will be a spectacular week of softball. With you at time pieces of student media.
Tim, I'm not sure if you're having great service. I'm thinking maybe I should go over the slide so that we can hear all of the information. You're just breaking up a little bit.
Great.
Sorry. Tim was talking about our student media requests. They must be made by the member school AD or designee. If you want your yearbook person or someone from your school who is student media to be participating in coverage during the state softball tournament, they would need to work with your school AD, and your school AD will have the availability to apply for this. You are allowed 2 students and a faculty advisor. It is very important that you have a faculty advisor with these students so that they are aware of the parameters and expectations of media at our state tournament events. That faculty advisor, as I said, must be on site with your student media. There is media guidance on our website. Please make sure that you go to that and fill that out as soon as possible if you are going to have student media there. Tim, I'm not sure if you want to jump in and talk about all other media.
No.
Perfect. Thank you. Again, a few details that these are all listed in your participation guide as well. Marissa sent out information early last week about your team admittance form and your official squad. Reminder that you will be allowed 18 players in uniform, 3 coaches who are Minnesota State High School League certified coaches, 2 student managers. Please ensure that your student managers are not in uniform. And you are also limited to 1 other person in your dugout to be your additional stats person. Please work with your AD to ensure that you have the right amount of people in your dugout. It's very important that you follow our guidelines and have the people there that we ask. If you are going to have an athletic trainer, we will talk about that further down in the slides, but that person also needs to be on your admittance form. Admin reps, ADs who are on, you will be receiving 4 complimentary tickets. We would really like to see you all there supporting your student athletes. And please note that when you show up, we would ask that you check in prior to the start of your game, just to make sure that you and I, or you and my tournament manager, can touch base. You would be responsible for the proper conduct of your team and spectators. And this just helps to make sure that we have all the right people in the right places. As softball can get spread out a little bit at times. Hotel information. You should have received hotel information from Marissa yesterday. Please note that Mankato provides us, allowing us to reserve 8 rooms for each team. We appreciate that some of you may need more rooms and you may need to work with the hotel on that, but 8 rooms is what is in our contract with providing for Mankato to provide us. Each school is individually responsible for purchasing those rooms. We just make sure that we have enough rooms for a team, each team that's qualified. Please note that your rooms need to be reserved by Monday, June 4th, or those room blocks will not be held after that. So make sure that you have those connections with the hotel we sent you. Should you have any questions, I do plan to stay on after this meeting is over to answer any of those questions you might have. Home and visitor. Quarterfinal games, the high seed will be the home team. Please note that anytime after that, we will flip a coin for home team. Coin flip will take place immediately after the 2 games are complete. So we will have each class playing at the same time, especially that quarterfinal round. When you are finished with your game, please find myself, Sharon Early, or Todd Waterbury so that we can get the coin flip for the next game done. Please note that if you do not have someone present, we will probably call your cell phone and ask you to be present via cell phone when we do this coin flip. We would like to make sure that we can have the home team identified prior to the day that the teams are going to play. Todd, any other information on the coin flip?
No, that's good. I mean, we'll be stationed at the headquarters trailer and it should be easy to find. You might have to wait a few minutes for the other game to finish or, 15 minutes or so, but it would be advantageous to have that information taken care of before you leave.
We know that it's important for each of you to know, and so we are going to try to do that prior to the next day. Infield practice. Each team will have 10 minutes of infield before the start of each game. The home team will obviously have their 10 minutes. Visiting team will have their 10 minutes. We will start 30 minutes prior to game time to allow for announcements and identification of players via the announcer. So please make sure that you are ready to begin your infield when our manager gives you the okay to do so. Just a reminder that coaches, players, and other personnel must be in the dugout bench area or dead ball territory during the opponent's infield. Okay, so that would mean that you wouldn't be out on the playing surface during the other team's infield. Music may be played in the dugout only during your infield. Note that we will not be having walk-up music or any other music unless it's during the time of your infield practice. If it does become distracting because another game is going on, we may come and ask you to turn your infield music off.
Lisa, just to clarify, your pitchers and catchers can still warm up during the other team's infield. Just the whole team can't be out there.
Thanks, Todd. And you can have someone protecting your pitcher if you need to. Perfect. We'll go to the next one. Team introductions. Please prepare your teams that they will be introduced at the state tournament. Please note that we will introduce all teams all participants during the quarterfinal round. That will be your beginning with your reserves, your student managers, your assistant coaches and head coaches, and then we would introduce your lineup. Please make sure that you remain on the field until both teams are introduced and the anthem is played. The anthem will be played during the first games of each day. So if you are that first game of the day, please note that we will have the anthem being played that day. Semifinals, third place, and championship games, as well as consolation rounds. The announcer will introduce the starting lineups according to your batting order, as well as the head coach. So just prepare your students for those announcements. Official squad pass list, as I talked about earlier, this is the list with your 18 players, student managers, coaches, and athletic trainer. This needs to be into Marissa today by 11. So right after this meeting, it would be fantastic if you could get this in. We have a quick turnaround to get things down to Mankato. And if you haven't submitted this, please submit it to Marissa. If you have questions about this, please let me know, but we would like to get this in as soon as possible. Just as a note, Todd talked about tournament headquarters prior to. If you haven't been there for some time or never been to the state tournament, the tournament headquarters is a small trailer near field number 3. One of us will be there at all times should you need something. Please try to check in or have a coach representative from your staff check into the tournament headquarters an hour prior to each game to pick up your game ball. Just a note on bus parking. Bus parking will be in lots B and C, which are located on the west and east side of the complex. We will be using fields 1 through 4, but the east side parking will be open as we will need it this year. Technically, no teams will be playing on 5 or 6, but you are still welcome to park in that lot C and enter through that gate. Awards. Please make sure that you prepare your student athletes to receive awards, whether they win or lose. It is an honor to be at the state tournament. You know, being the top 8 teams in your class is really something that your student athletes should be proud of. We know that you're all aspiring to be state champions, and we just would ask that you prepare your student athletes to receive awards immediately following their 3rd place game and championship game. And then we will be presenting trophies to the consolation game as well. Please note that each official squad member will receive a medal. We would ask that you line up on your baseline, and we would ask that you step forward to receive your medal. We will then call your captains forward. If you have extra people, we ask them to stay out of the dugout until our awards ceremony is completely concluded. And then we would allow you to have some time depending on our games. If you're the 3rd place game, probably would have less time available on the field. So please be prepared for that. Medical care, we will have on-site athletic trainers. We will have at least 2 there available. They will be in between the fields, and they will be indicated by a medical tent that is white. If you have a player who needs medical attention prior to the game, please be prepared to bring those supplies with you, and our athletic trainers are happy to accommodate that. If you bring a team athletic trainer, they will be asked to show medical credentials at the pass gate. They will need to complete the transfer of care form and share that with our tournament manager or myself prior to them being in your dugout. The transfer of care form should be located on your dashboard. So please make sure that you make them aware of that. Sometimes athletic trainers aren't aware of that if they've not participated in a state tournament before. We're happy to have them there. We just need them to be identified. Just a few important reminders. The pass gate will be open at 7:30 each morning. You will be asked to be identified each day at the pass gate. We do have some teams who will be having different coaches on different days because of some needs. And so we're going to ask that each of you come to the pass gate each day. We will have people at the pass gate ready to check you in. Please be patient, as sometimes there will be more than 1 or 2 teams there, and we have a team of 1 or 2 people. So be patient as they check you in. Allow for time. If you are going to be there at close to when you would like to start warming up, please allow for time for these people to check you in. And please remember that they're doing a job that we ask each of our state tournaments to do, is checking in our admittance form, and that's why we have that. Please note that if someone is with you that is not on the admittance form, hence your child, your spouse, or another person, they will be asked to purchase an online ticket. And so please make sure that this is something that you're all aware of ahead of time. Remind your families that tickets are sold online, and also to give them some extra time to get there. We do have a good amount of ticket scanners, but sometimes it does take time, especially with the sun, to get those tickets scanned. So if they come 2 minutes before the game starts, they may not get there before the game starts. So remind your families and spectators to come early. There will be some parking that's going to be different this year, as the middle school that we typically use is in session on Wednesday and Thursday. So there will be no middle school parking available those 2 days. We are working with North Mankato to accommodate that, hopefully opening up more of that grass in that grass field for spectator parking. But please remind your families to come early and expect to possibly walk a little bit further than they normally have when they park. And so giving them, it's really important that we get that good information to families. Please have your lineup ready for announcers 30 minutes prior to the game. The announcers will come and find you and ask that of you. If you as a head coach don't want to deal with that, please assign that to one of your assistant coaches so that they get that in a timely manner. If one of our announcers doesn't have your lineup, we don't want your kids not to be announced. And so it's really important that they have that in a timely manner. They like to prepare and make sure that they are saying their names as close to accurate as they possibly can. There will be some water bottle fillers on site, but if you require a water cooler or a cooler full of water, it is important that you bring your own. We encourage families not to bring coolers, but we do allow teams to bring coolers in with water if that's something you need to do. Again, those are the highlights of this meeting. At this time, I'm going to share with you the seating results. I will start with Class A seating, and a reminder that all Class A quarterfinal games will be played at 5:30 on Wednesday.
Lisa, just real quick, can I go
Yeah.
back to the hotel slide here?
Yeah,
The date is Monday, June 3rd.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
No, that's-
That's helpful. Monday, June 3rd. Thank you, Amy. All right. And now for seating, I will announce the number of your seed as well as your opponent. And so Class A, remember you're playing at 5:30 on Wednesday. So to start, we have number 1, New Ulm Cathedral playing random draw, Keller North Home. Then we have number 2, Red Lake Falls playing random draw, Clinton Graceville Beardsley. We have number 3, seeded Blooming Prairie playing West Lutheran. And we have number 4, seeded Russell Tyler Ruthven playing number 5, seeded Moose Lake Willow River. On to Class AA, who will be playing at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. We have number 1, Randolph playing random draw, Glencoe Silver Lake. We have number 2, Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial playing random draw, Dassel Cokato. We have number 3, St. Cloud Cathedral playing random draw, Dilworth Glendon Felton. We have number 4, Proctor playing number 5, St. Agnes. Now on to 3A, who will be playing 12:30 on Wednesday. We have number 1, Cretin Durham Hall playing random draw, Benilde St. Margaret. We have number 2, Winona playing random draw, Simley. We have number 3, Mankato East playing random draw, North Branch area. We have number 4, Rocori playing random draw, playing number 5, St. Francis. And now on to our 4A schools. We have number 1, Rosemont playing random draw, Stillwater. We have number 2, Forest Lake playing random draw, Eden Prairie. We have number 3, Rogers playing random draw, Edina. We have number 4, New Prague playing number 5, St. Michael Albertville. Those brackets will be up to date on the Minnesota State High School League website in the next, probably, I would say about an hour. Todd or Sharon or Marissa, anything I missed?
No, I think you have it covered.
Fantastic. I will stay on for a few moments should there be any questions. And again, we are excited to share this experience with you and your teams and your kids. And best of luck and see you Wednesday.